Switch. All right. Switch open. Let's check on the YouTubers. Hi, JJ. Hi, Teresa. How's everybody doing today? I'm trying to decide if I should even bother doing my hair. Maybe I should. Yes, I like practicing with this. It's fun. Oh, I see Erica's here. I see Ashley's here. Stephanie's here. Chum's here. Thank you, Teresa and Ashley. I know the goons in the Discord know that I had a work presentation today, and they kept putting us like later and later in the agenda, and then they just took us off the agenda. So all of that prep, that anxiety, that like so I'm so glad that I stressed about that. I'm so glad that I like wore uncomfy clothing to try to look more profesh. That is the worst. So glad I didn't take a lunch nap because I kept putting it back. Worse than actually presenting. Honestly, yeah. Um, because basically we were, without going into like too much detail, we were doing a presentation to like pitch our ideas for something that they have a short timeline on, but we can't move forward with the next steps until we get approval from this board. And since we were taken off the agenda, their next meeting is August. We can't really move on with our stuff without approval from them, which means that they're not going to hit their timeline. So glad I rushed to get ready for this. I love my job. It's so great. It's so great. Thank you, Ashley, Andrea, and Teresa, for all the little gifty gifts. When I grow up, I'm just gonna like feed cats. I'm just gonna feed cats for a living. I don't know how. Maybe I'll just like just switch everything up and just I'm just gonna do feeding cat content. That's all I'm gonna do. It's just no words, just bottle feeding cats. Thank you, Drea, for resubscribing. I'm kidding, y'all. But you know, maybe. Apparently, you know, this app's going away tomorrow, so right? We're doing that again. We're stressing out about that again. Speaking about the foster kittens, we are on our last case of the IAMS kitten wet food. So if anyone has the means, probably means based on like how much these Lexpro and Zoloft are eating, I would say we've got like 5 or 6 days. That's not too bad. And that is in the foster kitten list. Oh, I also unalived a kitten, so yesterday, last night, this morning. So add it to the list. You know, I should add some of the like pre-mixed KMR because someone, I'm not gonna say who, someone has promised me that they have a whole bunch of those cans that are already pre-mixed, a ton of those in storage. And they said they were gonna get them to me 2 weeks ago. I still haven't gotten them. I see Kristen, I see Addie, I see Chris. And the person I'm talking about is here watching, lurking. It was puppy KMR. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, see, they know it was Zeta. How do you confuse puppy KMR with kitten KMR? No, I will not foster puppies in, which actually reminds me, I have a bag of like larger bottles and nips for puppies if you want. You sent me a picture. It was kitten. What are you talking about? It was kitten. Um, KMR. I don't even think they have it on Amazon anyways. The cans. Whatever. Thank you, Teresa, for sending a sub. Oh, not to Zeta. I need to stop sending her a subscription. She doesn't want to be here. You guys don't even realize how mean she is to me. Like when I tell you that the most communication, like most of the times when she's communicating to me, she's communicating in all caps. Oh, um, it is the beach waiver. If you go to like my profile and my showcase, I put it at the top. It's like in the top 3 products. I don't want to tag it into this live because every time I tag it and we have like other conversations, I get a flag. So I'm trying not to get flagged today. But it is in my profile. It's a beach waiver B 1.25. I love it. I hate that I love it. But I haven't been curling with my Dyson. I just dry my hair with my Dyson, do like the brush thingy. My hair's dry. I just and it has 3 different heats, and I use the lowest heat because my hair is bleached to bits. Um, well, it's the thing is, um, I think I need to let this thing get hotter. Actually, I kind of just went right in. Um, I can still tag stuff. It's just what I usually end up getting flagged for is um the one time that I got flagged for linking out, like talking about my Etsy shop, which is dumb because that's not even sold on TikTok shop. And then the other times have been for like inactive content. So like even if I like step away to go grab a kitten, I'll get a flag for that. So Um, I have to be like more annoying about it, I guess. I don't know. But I do appreciate someone did buy one of the beach waivers. They haven't shown themselves. I don't know who it is, but I want to know when you get it if you actually like it. I know Jessica Simone was wearing her Adriana Nicole palette last night. Looks so good. Looks so good on her. Ooh, we're in Subway. And for those of you guys asking about the puppy content, I have fostered puppies before. It is a lot more work. I think people that foster puppies are like saints, truly. Um, the puppies that I had coccidia, so they were just like literally just shitting themselves, just shitting themselves, which puppies already do because like they don't use a litter box and they can't go outside until they have their vaccines. So like they're just shitting themselves. But puppies with coccidia they are really shitting themselves like just nonstop and laying in it, and they love it. They they love being disgusting. I was literally bathing those puppies multiple times a day. It was a nightmare. So I don't know that I would do more. Um, but honestly, if there was like an emergency where it was like a nest, like if they need, I was really needed to foster some, then maybe I would. But most people love like the rescue never really, like the shelters and rescues don't usually have an issue finding people to foster puppies. Everyone wants to foster a puppy. Um, um, oh, Coley, I don't know if you were here earlier. I unalived another kitten. Yay! I don't know why. Um, one of the black ones. They didn't have names. Um, they didn't have names yet. Oh my gosh, you guys! I saw a video of an animal like communicator that was saying like what this cat was telling her, and the cat was basically saying that they don't like to walk across the room when people are there because the family is constantly talking about the cat's weight and saying like, oh, what a cute like what a big old loaf, or I love how his belly like flops side to side. And then so the family decided to stop talking about it, and then he like started walking across the room and all that stuff, and then like I guess like 2 weeks later someone slipped up and said something as the cat was walking and just stopped dead in his tracks and just glared at the family member that said something. So I'm not about to have Meaty Boy talk about me to an animal communicator. So I'm not gonna be talking about um his weight in front of him. I don't know if I want to know what Mal thinks truly. Mm, absolutely. Imagine if the lady's like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Ooh, somebody renewed for 6 months. Dang, we might not even be on this app for 6 months. That's dedication. Appreciate you. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Speaking of Mao, he's literally under my desk in a bin of clean clothes instead of on his bed here, on his bed over there, on a blanket over here. These requests, Walter White. I would love to. I'm kind of regretting starting this hair curling. I'm regretting it. Eh. You know, we should get an animal communicator uh for Zeta's disservice dog. That dog is like that dog is Mao in a dog version. Hi, Tiana. He's like he's beautiful, but like I say, you can't like you can either be smart or pretty. He's pretty, but you can just tell like you'll say hi to him and he gets all excited and he'll go to the other window, the one you're not at. It's like I always ask him like what does he do? Like does he actually do something? Like does he what skills does he what is his what are his tasks? Yeah, he's perfect. Like the time that he just like randomly was like about to throw up in the car. You guys had to drag him out. He's got beautiful hair though, long enough to braid. He's beautiful. She says that Mal's feral. She calls Mal feral. She hates Mal. So that's the kind of people that y'all are gifting subs to. You see? She's not gonna stop. She can keep. Oh, Mal's lawyer's in the chat. Mm, 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 mm. Dang. You know, I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think if like the loudest people that were for the deportation, did they all get deported or something? Because we haven't seen them. And I know that like didn't the leader of like Latinos for Trump get detained by ICE? Ooh, I haven't been able to verify that. I saw a TikTok about it, but either they can't defend themselves. Oh my gosh. I've been on like my FYP's been like a weird mix of Love Island stuff, thanks to Jasmine, Marina, Princess, Chum. Um, but it's a mix of that, cat videos, and also that woman that is like pleading to get her um terminally ill dad out of ICE custody, but she voted for Trump. Like, feel bad for the dad. A woman in Georgia. Oh, yes. Yes, I did.
Hey,
Hey, I haven't like I wanted to talk about it or do a video about it, but I just don't even like I don't even know how to just to talk about it.
I'm Adriana Smith. That's a heavy one. I just, I, but the one thing I'll say, the family named the baby Chance. And I'm just hoping that, as messed up as this is going to sound, I hope that baby is healthy and makes it, because then at least this won't have all been in just complete vain. I mean, they already did it, so at this point, you got to find something in it because they've already done the absolutely disgusting part.
I probably would have named the baby Roe.
Me too.
That's a cute name.
The baby was 1 pound 13 ounces. Well,
I mean, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I kind of hope the baby doesn't make it because how do you explain to a baby that you were born from a corpse?
you don't.
It's like,
Um, yeah, and I get what y'all saying about 1 pound 13 ounces as far as um the size,
I mean,
but
technology's come a long way.
y'all, I got a almost 20-year-old that was 1 pound 12 ounces. So
Yeah, I was born 20 years ago, basically.
Adrian, potentially the baby will have health issues or potentially not. You got to understand when it comes to preemies, you just don't know. You just don't know. I I'm going to tell you it's a mixed bag because for the government, I actually hope that it doesn't go that way. But for the family, I kind of hope that it does. You see what I'm saying? For the
Yeah.
government, I don't want them to feel like this experiment, and I'm saying that with air quotes, was successful, right? But for the family that is losing their wife, their sister, their daughter, um, it it's a The silver lining in a crap situation. The fact that this is a crap situation, nothing can change that.
A,
Nothing can
a
change that.
dookie sandwich.
Yeah, like there's nothing that could make anything that happened okay. I just, hey, user social security number. I'm glad your grandmother came from Hungary. Whoop de doo. I'm not sure why you put that in there, darling. But you know what's gonna happen, JJ? You gonna get families that are gonna have their family members in on life support, and you gonna have folks start to unplug stuff on their own while the doctor's out the room. That's what you gonna have. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna get family members that's just gonna be like, up, no.
You just put the pulse ox in your own finger,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hey, user, if you would like to for me to explain what the difference between what Clinton, Bush, and Obama is doing and what is currently happening with these deportations, please feel free to request up. But if not, shh. Thanks.
how's your work day today?
Um, I'm actually talking to people other than leaving messages today
Okay. Do you prefer
because
that or
I actually do. And I'm not trying to convince them of anything this time. I'm just doing like a courtesy call to say, hey, don't forget to do what you're supposed to do. And it's pretty easy. Everybody's been pretty nice.
well,
So,
like whenever you have those funny stories, you can write them down. You could do a
man,
series on like
and
craziest stories,
man, if I
like the
wrote
horse
out
one.
the horse one was insane. Like y'all wouldn't have believed me if you didn't hear it yourself. Like hear me say it myself. You were like, the she a horse hit her?
Mhm.
I got into an accident with a horse. Oh, you fell off the horse? No, the horse hit me. You said I need to watch Love Island so I can do live debriefs. Is there a market for that?
Oh yeah, I've been in like a bunch of them.
All right, so I'm gonna watch. Um, how far into Love Island do I need to? How far? How many days behind am I?
A lot of days. I think we just saw episode 12, but there's no episode today, so you can kind of catch up.
So if I just start watching it today
You can probably
and
just watch recaps
does it come on every day?
every day except Wednesday and Saturday.
Oh my God. Okay. Cause y'all keep telling me about this. Now, beware. I may watch this and I may end up doing lives that are just full of snark. So, yeah. I'll try tonight because I don't think you said I could do a breakdown on what's going on with Huda. Huda. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll watch it. I now I may come on a live and may start yelling at y'all, but if I find it to be insanity, but eh,
Well,
why
it's
not?
definitely insanity.
No, I mean less tolerable insanity. Let's put it that way. Um, user, I'm really sick of since you can't request up, I'm just gonna mute you. You're welcome to stay in here and listen, but if you would like to come up and talk, you can.
It's such weird behavior, calling
It
my yawn
is.
fake. How do you fake yawn? Like, why would I fake yawn?
Why would she fake yawn?
Fucking hate this
I,
guy.
I know it was odd.
What?
I was like, why did she just fake yawn?
She didn't fake yawn.
Hey, be
So what's
careful with
up?
those. Sometimes they jam up. Then it's stuck. You hear me?
Okay, what would you like to add to the conversation? Never mind.
My
It was
bad.
nice seeing you. Bye.
Thank you.
Do
It
what?
was not.
I got.
Thank you, Teresa.
That
Thank you.
was the fastest kick in the history of kicks.
Teresa was locked and loaded for that one. Be careful what you wish for, anyone but him, because this is rough in those requests.
Oh, Tyrese, you can't come back, darling. You were paid to kick. You have to come back another time.
There'll be
I think
Teresa
you,
in the chat.
yep, I think you irritated people last time.
Hmm.
Hello, Dumb.
Going on?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Um, doing okay. What would you like to add to this conversation?
I was just going to say, it's my personal opinion. I don't think we should care about the ICE raids.
Why not?
I mean, it has nothing to do with me.
Do you live in the United States?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't think that um you don't think that the way they handle things as far as deportation and immigration affects you in a country of immigrants?
I mean, I think we're a country that has immigrants. I don't think we're a country made of immigrants.
Hey.
What?
Where are your
That's the
people
crazy.
from?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, where are your people from, darling?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Where are your people from?
I assume from here. My parents are from here.
Yeah, but your line, you didn't start here. Your family line didn't start
Oh,
here.
Well, unless you're indigenous, but
yeah, my last name sounds kind of French, so I'm assuming somewhere along the line, somewhere from Europe. I don't know.
mhm.
But I'm
Okay.
biracial. I'm mixed, so I guess it could be Africa, it could be Europe. I mean,
Okay.
whatever
So
side you want to pick, I guess.
you're biracial between what?
Black and
Black and
white.
white? Okay.
Yeah.
So, the black side of your family, how did they get here?
I'm assuming on boat.
Hmm. So their bloodline didn't start here. They were stolen and brought over, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And then the white side of your family came from France, as you just said, right?
Yeah, I'd assume. I guess. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
Okay. So tell me again how this isn't a country of immigrants.
I mean, my family's been here for I don't know how long. We're obviously not still immigrants.
That doesn't change. The indigenous people to this area are the what people would call the Native Americans. They are
Hi, Carly
indigenous
and
to this area.
Chris, or on
I
YouTube.
get
Actually,
bad service. You
if
said
you
that.
wanna if you want to
Sorry.
discuss actual indigeneity of this area, of this country, actually, the people in Mexico, the indigenous people there, have more rights to this land than you would.
That's not how war works, man.
But we're not talking about war.
That's how
You're
these people
saying
got
that
this
we
land
should not,
through war.
hold on, hey, Dom. You're saying that we should not be worried about the ice raids because it shouldn't matter to us. As a country that called itself the melting pot, as a country that has a Statue of Liberty and has Ellis Island that says, bring me your tired, your poor, so on and so forth. How could you, in good conscience, be okay with the way that deportation is being handled? And it wasn't a war, it was a genocide. That is what happened to the
What?
indigenous
It's the
people. It
American
was not
Indian
a
War.
war. It was a
Well, why did
genocide.
they call it a war then?
Because guess
Because we
who?
wrote the books on it.
It's
We can write
literally a
whatever the fuck we
title.
want.
The people who commit the genocides are normally the ones who call it a war.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I don't have a problem with what they're doing. I don't see what ICE is doing as being bad.
You don't think detaining American citizens is bad?
And every president that has detained illegal immigrants, there's been American people
He don't.
accidentally detained.
And that
It's
just goes
always
to
going to
show you
happen.
didn't, hey, dumb, you're not listening. Detaining American citizens and people who have legal status, you don't find that bad.
Do you think every president that has deported people, you think there has been one of them that deported people that didn't accidentally deport an American citizen?
Probably not. You know why? Due
Why?
process, dumb.
I
So
mean,
you think
I'm
Trump's the
open.
only one that's done
I'm
that?
open to hearing it. I'm open to hearing an example of another president in modern time that accidentally deported someone that didn't need to be deported. And then when the courts said that they needed to bring that person back, the administration said no. So if you have an example like that, I'm happy to look at it. We can compare shot for shot.
Okay.
What legal citizen did he say no to bringing back?
I didn't say a legal citizen. I said someone here that was here with legal status, someone that was had the
Oh,
right to be here.
so it wasn't like a U.S. citizen. She was saying U.S. citizens. It's two different
Well,
things.
I mean, there's people here that aren't citizens that have legal status. You know that, right? That have the right to be here.
Yeah, that's fine, but that wasn't her argument.
No. I said legal status and U.S. citizens. I said U.S.
You said
citizens were
you did not say both.
dumb,
I mean,
dumb,
U.S. citizen.
dumb. Shh. I
I
said
mean, you can
U.S.
lie
citizens
if you
were
want, but
detained. I said detained. I didn't say deported. That shows that you're
that's
not
happened under every
listening.
presidency.
That shows that you're not listening.
It still has happened under
Because you want
anybody
to
that's ever
know the
deported people.
difference? The difference is due process.
They're
That is
still
the
detained. What do you
difference.
mean?
Do you know what
They
due
were still
process is,
detained.
though?
Ma'am, that's fine. They were still detained.
Do you know what due process
Ma'am,
is?
you're not it's not changing the argument. They were still detained under every presidency, still being detained.
Okay, so can you
What
give
does
me an
due process
example?
change?
Give me an example of a person that was
What?
detained by ICE. Let's make sure we clarify. By ICE.
Well, it might not have always been ICE.
See, look at the goalpost moving.
Well, that's part of the argument. You
Detained
don't think
by
they've
ICE.
used
Sir,
you don't
the
think they've used
context of this
contract companies to deport
conversation,
people?
you nincompoop, is ICE. That is the context of the conversation. Why would I be discussing anyone other than ICE? If
Well,
you
I'm sure
want to
there's
talk
been.
about if you want to talk about the criminal justice system as a whole, that's a completely different conversation. And we can have that conversation because you would be absolutely correct. There are plenty of U.S. citizens that are detained and arrested unfairly and unjustly in the United States of America. That's a fact.
Well, I'm sure it's just like war where we use third-party contractors. So at some point, it would still be under ICE, but somebody else. And it may have been like that through history. So
No.
I don't want to
Hey,
bring up a case and it not be ICE. They're
hey,
still working under ICE. I'm
dumb.
just saying.
The issue that I'm having with what you're doing and saying is that you said they would be a contractor. So if they're contractors,
Claire. Claire.
still doing the work of ICE and the contractor.
Exactly. That's
I
what I
don't know
said.
if you're. Shh, I'm not done talking. Are you familiar with
You're agreeing
SAM.gov?
with what I just said.
Hold on. Are you familiar with
You're literally
SAM.gov?
agreeing with what I just said.
Are you familiar with SAM.gov?
Did you hear what you said? You said they're still
Are
doing
you
the work for ICE.
familiar? Hey, dumb. Are you familiar with SAM.gov?
Are you familiar that you just agreed with what I said?
I didn't, because if you would listen, you are listening to reply. You're not listening to comprehend. And your lack of comprehension is actually starting to irritate me. So, are you familiar with SAM.gov?
It sounds more that you're mad at the fact that people have been accidentally deported and detained under every single presidency.
Baby, I'm not mad. Who's mad?
She doesn't sound mad at all. What do you
Then
mean?
what are we mad about ICE? What are we mad about ICE now for then? If this has always been a thing, what's the problem now?
See, but here's the problem is you won't even engage intellectually with this topic because you're so busy trying to be right when you're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see what the problem is now. Like, why were you not mad about this 10 years ago when it was happening?
Who
Why
said
were you
I
not mad
wasn't?
when
You don't
Obama
know
had
that she
kids in
wasn't
cages?
mad.
Who said I wasn't? Who said
So
that
you're
I've
mad about
ever
Obama having
agreed
the kids in cages?
about Obama? I had a lot of issues with Obama. And I expressed those issues then.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is first of all, he was not separating families contrary to your belief systems. That is a MAGA talking point that is not based in reality. It's based in the fact that you gotta make that man look worse. That's all. It's not based in fact, it's based in bigotry.
I mean, kids in cages sounds pretty bad, and it's true.
It's
So
not based in fact,
it's not
it
made
is
to look
based in bigotry.
Snatching people off the street in unmarked vans sounds pretty.
point.
Kids
That's
in
something. That's a
cages,
fact.
separated from their family, and also snatching people off the street. Because let's not forget that Trump also put kids in cages
I
and
haven't seen
separated them
any
from their
kids in
families.
cages under Trump.
The first time, sir, are you dumb? Like, is your name?
I'm not being disingenuous. I'm being honest. I haven't seen
In
any
his
kids in
first
cages
term,
under
there
Trump.
were kids in cages,
Separated
lots
from
of
their
kids
families.
in cages, separated from their families.
Still haven't been identified.
I've heard the separated from family. I haven't seen kids in cages under Trump. I'm just being honest. I have not seen that.
Just because you haven't seen it, don't mean it didn't happen. You're delusional, sir.
Hey, you're right. I didn't say it didn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't seen it.
That's
So
dramatic.
anyway, Google it.
Sounds like you didn't care about immigration until now.
No, of course he didn't.
Hmm.
Because I bet you he can't even tell you that Obama put the kids in cages, but he's not telling you the fact that Obama was keeping families together.
Mhm.
He wasn't separating families. Yeah, are they in a cage? Was that okay? Not at all. Right? But at least families were staying together. They weren't separating kids from their parents and putting them in cages.
You
You
realize to
know
do that,
what?
they have to go in the churches and that, the schools and all that, right?
What makes it so fascinating and just like underlines how disingenuous he is because if Obama would have put them up in those dilapidated motels, y'all would have been pissed about that too. Because you were pissed when it was done recently. So, like, where did you want him to put the people?
I mean, cages is like kind of bad, but
Where would
yeah,
you have liked him to put them? Because you guys were upset about the motels too. Where
I
would
would
you
like
like
them to
them to
just
go?
send them back. Literally have buses nonstop moving. Go
Mm,
ahead, bus them back, right back to the border, drop them off.
hmm.
That's what I would like, but
Yeah. Well, then how would they go through due process? Where would they
they
stay in that
wouldn't.
time frame?
They
Oh,
wouldn't.
okay. So you don't believe in due process. You could just say
Not
that.
really.
Okay.
Oh, so you're a fascist? Okay.
Yeah. So
See,
you don't give a shit about anything this
we
country
could
is
have
built
jumped
on.
there a while ago.
We wasted a whole bunch of time for nothing. That's crazy.
Right.
I mean, if
And
they
we
can
could just
prove
say I'm a
if
fascist
they
and
can
I like
prove,
fascists.
yeah, they don't need to be here until their paperwork's finished. I mean, I think that's what it should be.
Hmm.
How are they
I
supposed to
think
submit their
for you to
paperwork
be a biracial
by not
person,
being
I
here?
find your xenophobia absolutely disgusting.
You know that Trump took down the app. So how are they supposed to submit their paperwork before they get here?
That's on Trump. He needs to put the hat back. They need to do that online.
And how long does the
So that would be
paperwork
a problem
take,
with Trump.
Dub? Hey, Dun Dub, how long does the paperwork take?
I don't know. I'm not an immigrant. Ask an immigrant. Why would I know that? Or why should I care?
You live in this country. You
That's a
should
better
know how the
question.
country works. It's dum-dums like you that make this hard.
I don't have to go through this process. I don't care.
Um,
Like, what does it matter?
is it your mother or your father that's black?
My mother.
Hmm.
That's so depressing.
And where's she from?
She's actually born in New York.
Uh-huh. Okay. So she's descendants of like slavery.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to say yes. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. I'm
Do
not
you ever
really
talk,
sure,
have
to
you
be
ever talked to
honest.
your mother? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't come out and say like, yeah, our family was slaves. I mean, yeah, we talked, but
Well, either like
I don't believe
yeah,
you.
either
I,
she came
I
from
don't
child
believe that.
slavery and doesn't know exactly where her family's from, or she came from the
I mean,
Caribbean or somewhere else.
my last name is Creole. I'll just say that. So if that, I mean, I don't know.
I
It
thought you
could be
said your
New
last name was
Orleans.
French.
It
That is
is. It's the
it.
same
That
thing.
actually that tracks. Like
No,
French
I
Creole.
know there's like a connection there, but like first he said French and now he's
Oh,
saying Creole.
well, I meant Creole. It's like Creole French.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So you have your mother's last name. You don't have your father's last name.
Yeah, he's. I grew up with a stepfather. I just call him my father.
Is your stepfather Caucasian also?
Yeah, they both are real and fake, or real and step.
So you have your mother's last name, not your stepfather's last name.
Yes, or my mom's. I guess maiden name, whatever you want to call it, before she got married.
Do you have a relationship with your dad?
Real dad?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never met him. Never needed him. A stepdad.
So let me see if I understand what you say. You have no idea if your mother is a descendant of chattel slavery.
No, me and my mother don't talk about slavery.
Y'all don't talk about your history. Y'all don't discuss genealogy. Y'all don't discuss those things.
You've never been curious. That's crazy. Like all your time in school when you're learning about like the Civil War and stuff, you never thought like, oh, my mom's black. I wonder if she was a part of this somehow.
No, and it
That's
would be wild
weird.
if you knew what my actual last name was. It'd be fucking. You'd be astonished.
Not really.
What? I
You
mean,
would. That I haven't looked into it. It's a very famous last name.
I don't care. That doesn't matter. It's not relevant. I bet you it's 100 people, million people with your same last name.
1000% is. That's why I said it's a famous last name. If you didn't hear what I said.
So let me see if I'm understanding. And chat, I am absolutely aware, y'all. Y'all know I track conversations. So you are biracial with a black mama, right? Understanding that, okay, let's say for shits and giggles, shiggles, that your black mama is not a descendant of chattel slavery. You know what that means, dumb?
What? What does that mean?
Her family were immigrants,
Okay.
even more recent immigrants.
Well, she's not an
So,
immigrant. I'm not an immigrant. I mean, I don't know what that has to do with
so
anything.
basically, so basically, you're a ladder puller. So your choices are either you're a descendant of chattel slavery and you're xenophobic, or you are a descendant of a line of immigrants, or more recently immigrated immigrants, and you're a ladder puller. Which is it?
I mean, you can call it what you want. I really don't care. It doesn't change anything. Not changing my stance on ice.
Oh, so what if they come get you?
They have. They haven't. It's early vacation, I guess. I'll let you know if it happens.
No,
what
thank
does
you,
your
because I don't really care.
what does your mom think?
Because I don't really care.
What?
About my. Oh, I mean, she doesn't say much about it.
Okay. Who?
Do you even talk to her
Yeah.
about your
Who taught
political
you to be
views?
hateful like this? Was it your stepdad?
Yeah.
Was it the lack of a real dad?
I mean, nobody's teaching me to be hateful. Nothing's hateful about it.
Nothing's hateful about sending people back to countries where they don't have opportunity.
Sure, they have opportunity.
Then why did your family come here?
I guess because they wanted to.
Why?
I
Funny
don't know.
how
I,
that
I can't dig
works.
that deep back into history and see why they came here. I'm not sure. Could have
But it was
came on
okay for them to do
vacation
it.
and they wanted to stay, or I don't know.
Mm.
Different times.
If he's black, I'm a unicorn. I don't believe him.
You don't have to.
You
This is the
absolutely right. I don't.
I mean, I've had multiple conversations with him, and this is the first time that like we've ended up here. Like I had no idea that he was biracial. He never talks about that.
I mean, I just don't bring up race for any reason. But
You grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, didn't you?
oh yeah, I grew up in South Georgia.
He may be biracial, y'all. He may be because
I told you I'm not lying.
he sounds like one of them self-hating biracials.
What is
No,
it
I
about me
actually
that I
love being
keep
biracial.
attracting these? Like every day we get another one. It's so sad.
Biracials?
Um, people that are biracial that vote against their best interest.
Hmm. So you're
It's
okay with
not
everything
against my
that
best
ICE is
interests.
you're okay with everything that ICE is doing. You're absolutely okay with people being essentially taken from their immigration hearings because you said you want them to do it the right way. So if they have their paperwork and they have their court dates, they're allowed to be in this country. You're okay with them being taken from those hearings?
I mean, I think that nobody needs to be here until their paperwork's done.
So how do they attend their hearings then if they're not here?
There needs to be a way they can do it online.
You do understand that the infrastructure for internet is not great everywhere, right?
It's not even great in this country. So like
I
in
know.
other countries, it's even worse.
Yeah, I mean, that's find
So
somewhere
really,
where it's
you
great.
just so if I understand it, dum dum, you just don't want immigrants here.
I just don't want people here that their paperwork is not finished. Once they finish their paperwork and they're a legal citizen, I'm fine with it.
Okay, let me
I
ask
mean,
you
I
this:
welcome it.
have you ever heard of migrant farm workers and migrant workers?
Yeah, he doesn't even
Yeah,
understand that
sure.
that's not how that like you don't become a citizen abroad ever. Even when
Never.
you're on the path for citizenship, you're granted permanent status or like legal status or you get a green card or whatever, and then in a few years you can become an immigrant. But there's like
You can become a citizen, right?
yes, if
You
citizen,
don't.
sorry, yeah, you
Well,
know
that's
what I
fine.
meant.
Y'all just asked me how I thought it should happen. I'm telling you, that's how I think it should happen.
Well, it's not that's not
But
possible. Like I also wish that unicorns were real. I mean, I wish that I could
So
have an
you don't.
industrial sized cotton candy machine in my house.
So you
That's
don't
just
want them
not
here while
possible.
they're. So you don't want them here either until their paperwork's finished.
No, that's not what I said.
I don't care.
I literally don't care. If it's easier,
Like
I think it's easier for them to
an
be here, for them to
immigrant,
get representation, for them to get their paperwork together.
an immigrant ain't never took my job. An immigrant has
Never took
not
my
done
man.
anything to me. I am more worried about you than I am an immigrant. I feel more in danger with you than an
Josiah,
immigrant.
Josiah, that's a good idea. What if I quit my real job, y'all, and I
Oh, he
just
ran.
I just got a Mr. Softy truck. Is that
He
a
ran.
can I make a living off of a Mr. Softy truck?
I mean, you probably could. You know what it is? I think he was attempting to try to get us angry.
Yeah.
I was just having fun calling him dumb.
If I drove a Mr. Softy truck, y'all, I would I would need, you know, a triple bypass by the end of the year. Just like when I used to have to sell candy for dance competitions and stuff, and I would end up eating all the candy, and then I had to use my lunch money to pay it back. I'm definitely
Aw, he said his phone died.
mm, yeah, Kiana. I used to like I knew my mom would get mad at me, so I would just use my lunch money.
He's back.
So y'all were saying you don't want them here until their paperwork's finished, or what?
No one said that.
You said that, darling.
I was seeing if y'all agreed.
No, I don't agree.
don't.
There's no way there's no way for that to happen, and I don't think it's necessary.
It's not efficient either.
Yeah.
It would actually be more efficient if people could just
No.
do it
No, it
online
wouldn't.
and not be
No, it
here.
wouldn't. No, it
So
wouldn't.
you don't run the risk of people skipping out on their court dates and stuff if they didn't have to be here.
Okay, but here's the problem with if you do it that way too. How do you verify that the person is who they say they are?
Isn't the stat like 90% of people make it to their court date?
Mm-hmm.
Or even higher than that?
Yeah, most of the time people make it to their court dates if they have a court date. Right
Yeah, it could be
now,
that
that's
10%
where
that gets
ICE
you.
is.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like that doesn't necessarily mean that the 10% is still in the country. They might already be gone.
Yeah, they might.
Mhm.
I mean, how would you verify the person online versus in real life?
How do you verify they didn't come to the court date? How do you verify any of these things?
Okay, then that's my point. Y'all said how would you verify it if it was online? Like they couldn't just fake it in real life also.
But they
I think it's just safer. I mean, it's just you want to know who's
safer
in the
You
how?
country.
you are a
Aaron,
bigger threat.
that's what I need you to understand. You are a bigger threat to the people in this country than immigrants are. You are.
They know who I am though. So if I do a crime, they have some clues on where to go, who to talk to. They don't know who some of these people are. What if they're undocumented in general? Y'all think so? I know it's not legal, but on your train of thought, your opinion, do you think people should just be able to, willy nilly just come here,
Yep.
like not be on paper or anything? I know that's not what you said. I'm just asking.
I don't
Okay.
I truly I don't care. I think because at the end of the day, in order for them to get anything or do anything in this country, they have to get documented. It's a very tough life. Like people want to be documented. People will
And not
present themselves if you give them
and
a path.
not even just that. How are you deporting people, right? At their jobs, right? Doesn't that mean they go to work every day?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have ITIN numbers. That's why the IRS giving the information about ITIN numbers is such an effective way because guess what? Most of the undocumented immigrants want to pay their taxes and things because in order to even have the chance to become documented, you have to show proof that you paid into this system. Actually, if we took your advice and waited until all the people got here before we did anything, the revenue loss would seriously impact the ability for the United States to do business.
We would catch back up. I don't think it'd take that long.
Okay. Yeah.
You do know numbers like math is not that hard. How would we catch up?
You mean as far as like paying into the taxes? You mean?
Tax revenue. How would we catch up?
I mean, I don't know that you would need it to catch up as high as long as you have jobs being done. You have less wear and tear
We
on your
don't
country
have
as a
jobs.
whole. You
We
wouldn't
don't
need
have
the same
jobs being
taxes.
done.
We
We
would
don't have
just
jobs
you'd
being
put the
done. We have
prisoners
job.
on it.
We have. Oh, I hate to say it, Rand, but it's really hard for me to believe that he's
I
black
don't. I
because
don't.
like
I
being
don't.
pro
Like,
prison labor is the most insane take I've heard for weeks.
so you are pro-slavery then?
I mean, if that's what you call prisoners working, people that committed crimes.
But their punishment is being
For
locked up.
prisoners working, yes.
But their punishment is being
So
locked up.
now their punishment's going to be working. Okay, now their punishment's going to be working.
Okay, so
So
you're
slavery.
okay with them working at no cost to themselves. They can't make money.
Yeah. Don't commit crime. I mean, it's that simple.
Ain't no way.
I bet you our crime rate goes down.
Alina, ain't no fucking
I
way.
bet you the crime rate
Ain't no
goes
way.
down.
I want to talk to your mom. Get
Yeah.
your mom on the phone.
You said that before about my wife. I know you don't remember that. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I've yet to talk to either of them.
I'm not sure they
Yeah, I
exist.
don't know. They do. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for prisoners working. I don't see anything wrong with that. Somebody commits a crime and they have to dig a ditch. I mean,
Okay,
I
so
don't think
here's the
that's that
thing.
bad.
You said
It
you
actually
said you're
already goes
biracial.
on.
Shut up. You said you biracial of crimes. So you're okay with them having to work even though they may be wrongfully convicted?
Or was pressured to take a plea deal?
I don't know about the pressure and thing, but if they, I mean, if it can be proven that they were wrongfully convicted, I'd just say back pay them, give them lump sums. But that's a smaller majority of people compared to the majority of the prison system. And also, people already
I
work
thought
in some
I got to look at
prisons.
the numbers, but I'm pretty sure the majority of people in prison are in there from plea deals.
That's
But that
true.
doesn't mean that they didn't do it, though. That doesn't mean they were wrongfully
It doesn't mean
convicted.
that they did either.
Well, I mean, nobody made them take the deal.
A lot of times they are basically coerced and said like basically you told, oh, if this goes to court, like you're gonna get this, that, whatever. You should just take the deal. Prosecutors pressure them into it all the time because there's not enough hours in the day for them to go to trial on all those cases. They want to close the cases.
I think it would be very, yeah, I think it would be very naive to think that the majority of people in prison weren't doing some kind of crime.
Some kind of crime or the crime that they're leaning to.
Some kind of crime. They were doing crime. They're wrapped up around the wrong people, doing the wrong stuff, and sometimes stuff happens. I'm sure there's some very few cases where they were not doing anything and got somehow convicted, but I'm sure that's a rare thing. And if that happens, pay them a lump sum. I mean, everybody else can work. I don't see no reason why they can't work.
See, the funny thing about that is many people won't even get the chance to be exonerated because you have to get them to like reopen the case. And usually you have to pay for lawyers and all that stuff that are going to take it on.
What I think is crazy is like when I say this, people like think that it's wild, but at the same time, people in prison love to get outside of the walls. Like they beg for those kind of jobs to get out of the prison and go work. So I think they would jump on the opportunity to go work. Actually, I don't think it would be a bad thing.
It sounds like
And
we
you're
make our
replacing legal
prisons, it
immigrants.
sounds like we make our prisons so terrible that people are willing to basically work for free. I don't think that that's a good
When
thing
you
either.
don't commit crime and you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I'm not.
Their punishment is being kept from their friends and family in confinement. That is their punishment.
That's what it
When
used
they're
to
when they're
be.
getting when they're getting their like sentence, it's not you are going to spend 10 years in prison and you're going to work 40 hours a week at $2 an hour. That's not part of the sentence.
It shouldn't even be $2. They shouldn't get anything. And I guarantee you, if that was in the
Some places
sentencing,
they don't
crime
get
rates would
anything,
go
and
down.
I was just making up a number. They usually get paid less than $2.
Well, they
So
shouldn't
you're
get
fine with
anything.
slave labor. That's crazy.
I guarantee you, if it was in the sentence, people would stop doing as much crime. The crime rate would go down.
No. Thickness, he doesn't care. He really doesn't care.
Y'all, he full of shit. He's a troll. Like I can't believe that he is just this dense.
What did I say that was that bad?
Everything.
People working to commit a crime? Y'all realize there's some places in the world where they don't even have homeless people, they make them work? That's like a thing.
Mm. That sounds nice to you, huh?
They don't have homeless people, they make them work. Okay.
Literally make people work or put them in jail.
Where?
Dubai. Dubai doesn't have homeless people. They make them work.
Hey, do you understand the amount of wealth that is in Dubai? Part of the reason they don't have homeless people is because people are wealthy. People have money. People are able to have their material needs met where they don't have to sleep on the streets. If you wanted us to do that, then you would have to adjust how things are done in the United States. I bet you the people in Dubai don't go bankrupt because they had pneumonia.
I mean, you wouldn't have to change it. You could still do it how it is. You going bankrupt because you had pneumonia and got better, you could still go work. That doesn't mean you have to be homeless.
Dum dum. Do do you have any illnesses, any chronic illnesses, disabilities, or anything?
Oh, not yet.
Mm.
Hopefully, I don't get any, but I don't have any right now. No.
You have
So you
kids?
have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, I know that people can work.
Until
Everybody
they can't.
cannot work. Everybody cannot work. Sometime if you're a person, let's say that you were working previously, you were working at a warehouse and then you got pneumonia and you had to go bankrupt because your warehouse didn't offer insurance. So you go bankrupt. But now, because of the pneumonia, you have scarring on your lungs. So you can't work in a warehouse anymore.
There's a job out there for you, for sure. And why did you choose a job that didn't have insurance? There's plenty of jobs hiring that do.
Okay, now I'm reaching the point in this conversation that I'm about to get angry.
Yeah, he's totally out of touch. Don't forget, y'all, it is 30
Not
or
a,
baby dragon to kick.
that was
And
a
we still have 200
normal.
left in our daily goal. Daily goals for the kittens. You guys know the drill. And Red Bull. And probably today, maybe some Excedrin. Are you a kitten?
I If you would like to be in the comments, take your ass to the comments. The comments.
Okay.
You are up here. Either talk to me and her or go away. Them your two
I
choices.
was talking. I never stopped talking to you.
So, do you have any disabled people in your family?
No, I don't think so.
You have no idea what you're talking about, and I genuinely pray you never have to find out.
Old retired people in my family that don't work, if that's what
I
you mean by that.
no. I said disabled people. And like I said, I pray you never have to find out.
I know you're mad. You angry. I know. He's angry.
I hope so too.
It is quite disgusting and disturbing that you
I mean, it'd have to be really bad for them to not be able to have a job. Like, there's tons of jobs that hire disabled people, people with special needs, and all kind of things.
Okay, where are these jobs? And
Walmart hires them.
how much do they pay?
I don't know how much they pay. I mean, people work the job. What do you mean? What does it matter what they
Okay,
pay?
so who hires disabled people?
Red,
Walmart,
do you hear that sound?
Kroger.
Babbage.
W. Andrea. W. Andrea for the pay to kick. Thank you so much. We now have 170 left in the goal. And now we can enjoy this. Rawr.
He looks so grumpy.
He's so grumpy. Now, if he bites me today, I would understand. Rawr.
You know what's so funny? He said Walmart and stuff, but 60% of Walmart's employees are on Medicaid.
And food stamps.
Yep.
Rawr. Is Trisha still here? Might be. Let me see. Let's see what we got in our Barney bag.
I'm okay with him being the king.
See, I'm so glad that like this was big on him at first, because now he can enjoy it forever. Little swishy tail. His tail swishing. You're a good sport. Your rent is due. He's definitely dissociating right now. His tail. Look at the peasants, people of your kingdom.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I had to turn my thing down. So I'm going to mute because I got to start making calls while I'm sitting up here.
Okay. Can definitely keep myself entertained. He sheds a lot, man. Listen, I'm telling you, these kittens, they bait and switch you because he didn't shed that much as a kitten, and now he sheds so much. What a pretty boy. What a pretty boy. His little sun hat. I know, Amy. All right. That's it. We do it in sets of 3. You should a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Meaty boy, did you hide my lint roller?
I got to do a note for this call. For this call.
Oh man, the saddest part, little Tabby was, I guess, didn't realize that he was like not there. Because like since they're in the incubator, he's still warm. So sad. I don't know, Pika's here, but Pika, I know I told you that my freezer was empty, but it's not anymore.
Hmm.
Oh my god, these screenshots of Mao as a king, so cute.
Hello.
Hello. What would you like
How
to
y'all?
discuss?
Um, the ice raids. Should I care about the ice raids? I think a lot of people should. Me personally, we have people being, as far as I know, people are being stripped away from their families, little children being stripped away from their own mothers, from their homes. Recently, right now, there's a situation to where ICE raided a family. They went in, the family bear, they dragged them out on the street. They were only in their underwear, just sitting in the rain, being detained by ICE agents. I ain't gonna lie, that alone is too much. We also have the fact that people have been impersonating ICE agents, going around raping Hispanic women, and simply just being racist due to the fact that they can. The
Hey,
situation that is currently right now has allowed for more harm than good. And even then, the ice race could have been done so much more better than what's happening right now.
hey, darling. Do you think we don't care about the ice raids?
More better.
We don't care about the ice raids.
I think I'll do. I just answered it wrong.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. I want to see what you were thinking here to make sure. Okay. All right. No, I agree with you. There was a
I was
more
about to
official.
say, what part of me screams pro ice? 'Cause
Yeah.
I gotta change that real quick.
But no, you're right. There was a more efficient and effective way to do this that would not have caused harm to as many people as have been harmed. But the cruelty is the point.
Yeah. Also, just having basic empathy just make you want to care about this thing too.
Well,
Because
I'm convinced a lot of people in America, a lot of Americans do not have basic empathy. A lot of Americans have no empathy. They only look at the world as how it benefits them.
yeah, a lot of people are selfish. A lot of people will disagree with you by saying you're legal, so why do you care? Which is honestly kind of a dumb argument. Someone in the comments was even just saying it too.
Yep, you should only care if you're illegal. No, I care because I care about humans. Period. I care about humans. And an imaginary line on a map is not going to determine that I'm just going to stop caring for a human. Like, that sounds banana cakes.
Yeah. I just don't see how anyone could not look at this and not see anything wrong. it's also due to a fact, like, as like as a black person, I'm watching a group of people. Basically, the entire government is currently being prejudiced, making stereotypes, basically racism to the entire group of people. Even Trump said he can pick out the bad Hispanic people from the good ones because they have a certain look. So it's like, I'm gonna say something, like, I'm gonna side with them. I'm not gonna just let that slide. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, it's okay, they're illegal, or oh, no, that's a bad Hispanic or something like that. I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna just sit there and watch. I'm gonna say something about it. Hopefully, try to
Like,
convince other people about it too.
like for example, you're a U.S. citizen, right?
Yep.
I am, and when I say this, this is not personal, but I am less safe with you than with an immigrant. Immigrants are some of the least likely people to commit crimes because they commit
Especially violent
one,
crime.
yeah, because they commit a crime, and all the time, all the stuff that they paid into the system, everything now is at a loss because they're deported. They have so much more to lose. So they are the least likely to do it.
People don't want to realize that, and people also love, because I was having a conversation with my own mom, and she kept on mentioning that I should be caring about the people within my own borders and within my own, country, because people aren't getting the things they need. But immigrants who illegal, like she said, illegal immigrants who come over are getting all this stuff, all these food stamps, all this good housing, but I'm not, and people of America are not getting it, even though we need it. And she tried to justify that as her hatred for immigrants. And it's like, why are you blaming the people who are being taken advantage of instead of blaming the government and wanting to change the government?
Why are
They
you're blaming the victims instead of the perpetrators?
exactly.
And this is the thing. What I want you to ask your mama, do she believe that if we send all the immigrants back, that they gonna give her any of those things? Because those people, the immigrants, are not getting the things that she says they are. Immigrants do not get SNAP benefits. And this is where the only Medicaid they get is for emergency Medicaid. And they don't get to take that with them. It's to cover them if they have to go to the emergency room. So I find it intriguingly interesting that we literally, because when you consider the fact that immigrants pay billions and billions of dollars in taxes, but do not get to take advantage of tax returns, refunds, things like that.
Yeah. She's convinced that they are. She's convinced that they are getting everything that you just mentioned. She's convinced they're getting all of that and more because Trump said so.
And the person that says they work in a hospital, they all get free health care. I work in a hospital. You're lying. You're a liar. You a lie and the truth ain't in you.
They might get emergent care.
I literally just said they get emergency health care because guess what? Anybody in the US,
Mm-hmm.
anybody in the US that goes to an emergency room is going to get treated. And then they
But it's
send the
only to
bill.
stabilize you. You can't get cancer treatment in an emergency room.
It gets even worse. My mom's a Christian too, and she's
No,
spewing
she
hate.
ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. And I mean that as
I think she
respectfully as
is.
possible. No, she is not. She's not what a Christian is supposed to be. Break her
You know,
out.
like
Go ahead. I'm
it
sorry.
makes me sad because it's like, thank you for that, me, Sajida. It makes me sad because, like, not saying I believe in any of that, because I definitely don't, especially not anymore. But like, if it was real, like, just imagine like being like the J man and just being like, these people just didn't read the fucking book. Like, I put it in red letters. Like, what was unclear? Do I need to make another version? uh Jesus Bible for Dummies. Like y'all got it really wrong.
Y'all, if a state provides health care for everybody within there, that is not the same thing as immigrants getting health care and the people getting health care.
Yeah. Also, in order for the immigrants to get that kind of healthcare through the state, they would have to be documented.
Like I need
I forgot I had leftover ice cream.
we have to be very specific because dealing with these people, they understand nuance when it benefits them.
By the way, if anyone wants to get curls like mine, it's the beach waiver B1.25. You go to my profile, you hit the showcase. It should be in the top 3 items. I moved it to the top. Highly recommend. And there's probably a coupon. There always is a coupon.
I need people to understand that the fact that we are trying to decide and saying essentially what people are saying with the whole medical care argument is I want the immigrants to unalive just like we do.
Oh, don't
They're
worry,
not
they are.
saying I want
Ugh.
everybody to live. You're saying you want everybody to unalive.
It's actually way like less cost effective and detrimental to our healthcare system to have people going to an ER for colds and things like that. When I was in college, when I was pre-med, I created a whole like program with our medical staff at the medical school to do like these preventative care, like free clinics to help because there was a large unhoused population in that town. So the goal was to like kind of take care of people's preventative care and like to alleviate some of the wait times and stuff in the ER.
Yep.
Yeah.
Universal health care would actually save money.
I'm so
It
glad I saved this from yesterday.
it it would actually save money.
I feel like a lot of people are too blinded by basic hatred and racism to see what they're doing. Basic hatred and racism to see what they're doing. You don't care about that. Look at a Hispanic person and immediately think, oh, they're probably an illegal immigrant or something worse. They hide immigrant or something worse. They want. There's no worries. We won't dislike you if you do that.
It's because a lot of people think that if someone else gets something, it takes something from them, but it doesn't. A lot of times, if we're giving services to like the least among us, that usually benefits all of society.
Yeah, but people sadly don't understand that because they selfish.
Mm.
It just comes down to that.
Yeah. But also, what Sammy said, that's the white supremacy mindset. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But you want to know what's so funny about that white supremacy mindset? It's genuinely hurting them. It's hurting them.
But
But they
that's
are
what makes it so insidious that they don't care that it's hurting them, as long as like those people are getting hurt. It's crazy. You're back. Welcome back, Erica, DG. Thank you guys for not squirreling. Charles, Addie. Can we get the don't squirrel sticker in the chat? Trisha's back. Artichoke's back. Harper's is back. Princess is back. Whoop, whoop. Pull over that ass too fat. Oh my gosh. That picture of the little cats. She really does look mean. She looks so mean. Mm-mm. Thanks, y'all. All right, we have one share. We could do better than that. There's 40 people in here. Everyone shares to 5 people. That's a lot of shares. A lot of shares. And you can also just copy link, text it to yourself 5 times. I think that would count. Thank you for hitting the little rose goal. Let's do a different. Let's do heart puffs. Yeah. Mhm. So tomorrow is Juneteenth. And tomorrow, you guys will not be seeing me. Now you might be asking, why? Why not? It's because tomorrow is Juneteenth. And tomorrow, I am recommending that if you are a white person, a white creator, or a white presenting creator, you should sit that one out. So I definitely will be giving people a hard time if I catch you in these TikTok streets and you're a white person. I am doing my best to come up with a little schedule of Black creators that are going to be live all throughout the day, so that we can support. I'm also not going to be posting any content. I recommend white creators do the same. I don't think the world really needs any of us to be doing videos or lives or whatever about Juneteenth. I think Black people can communicate that better, and I think that that's where we should be. So, if you are a mutual of mine and I catch you in the TikTok streets tomorrow, depending on how sassy I'm feeling, I might just tell you something. Or at the very least, we'll talk shit about you in the Discord. So I think Erica said that Kiana's going out of town. Rude. But Erica will be going live, Ren will be going live. I'm gonna try to coordinate with Jessica's mom. She doesn't usually respond to DM. Let me see if I can get her in here. Mhm. Let's see if Artichoke will be going live. We should just be spending tomorrow supporting Black creators with our time, with our energy, with our likes, with our monies. Goose, come on. This dog is always like trying to escape. Hmm. See, now Moose is a good boy. Moose didn't try to escape. Oh, that's right. Midnight. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Midnight. How could I forget? The one that started it all. um, yes, Midnight will be streaming South of Midnight. So there'll be a variety of stuff. I do wish I had this idea sooner. I could have planned it a little better, but oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm excited too. And yeah, so if you do see me on any panels, it will be on panels of Black people, and I will be there in complete silence. Only if people want me to be up for boosting purposes, but you're not gonna hear a peep from me tomorrow, unless it's in the Discord during Love Island. Yeah, so if anyone else is planning on going live, you can definitely push it and support. Obviously, like goons are gonna get priority because we gotta support our goons first. But if you're not a goon and you want to be a goon, but you just can't because of financial reasons, just leave a comment. Maybe you'll get gifted a sub. The goons are very generous. Wait a second. Did Red Squirrel? Jessica, do you have a second? Unrelated to the knife. Hi.
Hey, beautiful people. How does this sound? Because I know I'm in the car. I'm not driving though. But it's on Bluetooth.
It sounds fine. So I'm sorry that I'm reaching out so last minute, but usually go live every day anyway, so figure we can make it work. So tomorrow for Juneteenth, I've committed to like not going live, not posting content, and encouraging my fellow white presenting creators to do the same. And then we're coming up with like a schedule of yes, drop coconuts in the chat of creators so that there's not like competition. So I know you usually go live in the evenings. I don't know if you like want to stick to that or you want to do live like earlier in the day. But the goal is to like kind of push everyone to go watch Black creators tomorrow.
See, Alina, can y'all drop some motherfucking disco balls for Alina in the chat, y'all, right now?
Y'all, it's bare minimum. Like, and I don't do good with praise.
Yeah, but you know, first of all, these people can't even do the bare minimum. They couldn't even go vote. So that's
true.
So that's why it's always gonna be W Alina. I'm definitely going to what's tomorrow? Thursday?
I'll send you a message on Discord with like what we have so far, like who we have so far. Because we've kind of been doing like 2-hour blocks. And obviously like people can go live for longer, but the goal is to like kind of push everybody for those like sections to at least like get a big amount of like push, and then you guys can stay live longer. But the goal is to kind of have stuff for people to watch for most of the day so that they don't have to be like, oh well, there's no one else live, so like that's why I ended up in Dean's live. No, shut the fuck up. There's gonna be stuff. So I'll send you I know Ren usually does like 9 to 11. So I don't know if you can do like,
because I can do like 11 to like 1 a.m. because Friday is my birthday. So I could I could still do the afternoon and right there and just kind of lead into like a celebration and laughter and love.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I love that. An early birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do that, because then since I don't have to work tomorrow, I do have a bit of flexibility on my time. So I could definitely, because you're saying 9, you're saying 11 at night, correct?
Yeah,
Or are you talking about in the morning?
at
Or
night. I always get such a hard start in the morning. It's and it could be because I don't go to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's hard for me to get on in the daytime. So, but I would love to
Mhm.
like even bring it in over the next hour to my birthday.
No, because I normally do like 8:30 Central Time to like 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do 8 to 10 Central, and then if you're doing like 10 Central on down to your birthday,
Mm-hmm.
that'll work out. Or I could do 8:30 to 10:30, and
Mhm.
then you do 10:30 and then go into your birthday.
That'll work.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do my regular like 8:30 to 10:30.
Okay, and then no 10:30, another 12:30. Yeah, so we can bring it in and have a little fun for a little bit, and then like thank you so much. I'm 25 again. I'm so excited.
I know that's right.
A Gemini. How do I get surrounded by so many Geminis?
Come on now, it's like being surrounded by double the amount of people.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
that's
you.
terrible.
The
But
birthday
no,
and stream sounds delicious. Come on now.
oh, and just so y'all know, I'm probably not going live tonight. I think I'm gonna take a night off because I'm gonna actually try to catch up on Love Island, because I was told that a Love Island live would go hard.
Ooh, I'm not into Love Island, but I'm into like, what's that called? Reality shows like Love Is Blind, The Ultimatum. So,
Mm.
I find, okay, The Ultimatum. I didn't watch that one because I found that show to be so freaking disturbing to me. Like, if you if somebody got to give you an ultimatum to marry you, you
you
shouldn't
already
want to
starting
marry
off on the
them.
wrong foot.
You shouldn't want to marry them.
Mhm.
Facts.
Like,
Mhm.
if I gotta force you to marry me, that means you don't want to marry me on your own, by your own thing. So I'd much rather not. Let's not.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Queen. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Staji. Yeah, it's Friday. I'm excited. I ain't doing shit because I don't never do nothing now. This is no pressure because I'm really hoping some big, rich, wealthy somebody gets a hold of it, this video, while I make my GoFundMe and tell somebody to pay my rent up for a year so I can have some creative mental freedom because this life is stressful. Okay, being a content creator is not easy.
Mhm.
Being a black woman content creator is not easy. They either
Yeah.
steal your content or they don't push you to the front. But I swear too, I appreciate what you're doing, Atlanta. A true accomplice. I'm gonna cry.
And that right there, this content creation thing, that is why I still have a full-time job,
Mhm.
because
I even thought about getting a job.
I don't blame you.
That's why I used to do full-time content creation, and I just got tired of like it being so inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to a regular job with my health insurance and all that stuff. And maybe if I moved, like we finally moved out of Miami and like moved somewhere where, because my husband makes good money. It's just we live in a very expensive city. So like
Yeah.
if we lived somewhere cheaper, like I wouldn't feel so like stressed out. Because I
Mm-hmm.
like to be able to buy stuff. I want to be able to go to Ulta and get something when I want. I want to be able to order Carvel or whatever. I want to be able to
Facts.
foster 7,000 kittens.
It's feast. The problem with it is feast or famine,
Hmm.
and that doesn't work for me. So that is why full-time content creation, I have to go about this slower than some people would, right? And so let me tell you, I had the epiphany at work today. I was in a meeting and we were discussing content creation. And I was like, yeah, I do some content creation. But today's assignment, we're reaching out to people that have already signed up. We're not trying to get people to sign up. And I told him, I was like, I enjoy doing this because I enjoy being encouraging and, speaking life into people and stuff. I was like, and then all of a sudden I just followed the thought and I was like, and maybe that's why I like content creation and what I'm making now because I enjoy encouraging people and being honest with people. I was like, oh shit, I just had an epiphany.
Yeah, even in this content creator Cecilia Regina is she has a faceless account. If she just gives her like opinion on certain situations, so whatever that may be for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I love my little PNG tuber. Shout out to Midnight Persona. I love my PNG tuber. I think that it is such a awesome way to be able to be me without worrying about being on camera.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
Speaking of how tough it is out here in these streets, I haven't hit my daily goal, y'all, in a week. And I'm definitely not going live tomorrow. So it would be amazing if someone, just casually has 170 just laying around
Facts.
and just wants to just like throw it my way and just say, you know what? Enjoy the day off tomorrow, Lena. I love you. I love the cats. I love Mal. I would love it if someone sent me a cash app that said it was from Chairman Mao instead of me sending it to people saying it was from Chairman Mao. Because then I would be like, oh, not he's wiring money to people. That's crazy. He's done it before.
You know why? I feel like a lot of goals haven't been met lately.
Is it the same for you too?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think I've hit a goal in about like a couple of weeks.
Oh, sure.
So I was thinking maybe like let me take a little mental break, bitch, and figure it out. Tariffs.
It could be that a lot of people are going on vacations and stuff like that, but we got to make sure we hit your goals tomorrow for your birthday celebration.
Yes, we just receiving all the loves we can get.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I think also too, people think that like, I think sometimes people think that the $5 and all that stuff isn't enough, but like the $5 adds up. Like if everyone here sent $5, that's $500. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
well
all
over
adds
it,
up.
like it doesn't have to be a large amount. Like obviously, like it's crazy when people like when G Snooks sent for the Brett fundraiser when he sent 250, like I almost cried because that was like amazing for the fundraiser. But like it doesn't always have to be like that.
Mm-hmm. Like that's what I'm saying. People underestimate the power of teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always try to tell everybody, like everybody's an asset. Don't think that because you may not have like like you say, the $250 that you don't matter and you're not an asset. You're definitely an asset. Your dollar counts, your $5 counts, your $10 count.
The likes count, the shares count,
Yep, that's what I'm about to say. Your shares count, your likes, the engagement. The more
the
you
watch
comment,
time.
yeah, all of that adds to supporting the live. So don't ever think that you're not enough.
Mm-hmm.
You are. You matter. All you have to do is just think like, okay, I don't have that. Don't focus on what you don't have, but what you can do,
Mm-hmm.
and do the fuck out of it. Okay. Be the best at that. Because Chris be in here, he be tapping, he be liking, he be sharing.
Now, stop it, Mal.
Mm-hmm.
Someone come get this cat.
Hey, kitty, kitty.
He's such a troublemaker.
I want to adopt a cat so bad, but I just don't want to pay no pet deposit on my apartment.
Oh,
And
how
a
much does
month.
your apartment charge?
I don't know, because when I first signed up, I was like, I ain't got no pet, so I don't even care. But you still have to sign this waiver saying that you're not going to get a pet, and if you do,
Yeah.
you let us know before he even get here. So, but I think it's roughly like around 200 or so. But I think there's a monthly fee.
Oof.
Yeah,
Rude.
it's fucking in the house. So, But I love cats because I don't gotta take them outside when it's fucking hot outside or when it's freaking cold. They can take care of themselves and then cuddle me whenever, we're ready. But they
I
give
mean,
space.
yeah. Mal is the first cat that's cuddly of all my cats.
Yeah, I want a good cat, not one of them cats that be scratching me up all the time.
Then you should definitely get an adult cat.
Go to the bar.
Exactly, Sajida. Where are the wannabe providers? They're not here. Is it because I'm dressed a little? I had a work presentation today. Is it
I'm
because I'm
sorry.
dressed a little formal?
I'm gonna go on mute and drop down to the comments. It's a little
Oh,
loud in here.
no, you're good. Thank you for coming by.
I love you. I appreciate you, but I'm in this thing.
Yeah, love you too. I'll
Have
send you a
fun.
Hey,
message.
Ren.
Hey, bye. Love you. Have fun.
I can't text it to me in the comments. I can't hear.
Okay. She's funny. Oh my gosh, I almost accidentally disconnected you.
It would have happened.
Um, Mao, this cat. He's chewing up cords under my desk.
Yeah, Sister Ren is sad because her computer is acting up.
Mm,
And they just told her it's going to cost.
yeah.
It's going to cost probably about $600 to fix her gaming computer. Oh, 800?
Possibly 1,000, depending on the.
Yep, to fix her gaming computer. So she's sad.
Okay.
So now any daily goals I get are going to go towards that.
I'm not taking your money.
Nice.
You are.
I'm not taking your money. I will figure it out myself. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
For once in your life, please
Nope,
listen.
I don't want to hear you. She needs her graphics card, y'all. But honestly, she needs a new motherboard and a new graphics card. And graphics cards, because of tariffs and things and stuff, are more expensive than they used to be.
Mao, stop it.
Hi, Crispy Tater.
You're a good boy.
Oh, Crispy Taco.
Bubby, mommy is sad.
Somebody said, how much is to just buy a brand new computer?
That's what I was thinking.
When I hear you crying, that means I know it's not okay.
Sometimes people cry.
Look at the purple lip color.
I just showed Minnie Ren Albina,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, let me show you something funny. She looked and said bye and ran away.
I'm not saying that we're being. It's not important. Mommy is important.
Okay, that's fair. She said seeing Albina isn't important. Her mommy is important right now.
Okay.
Mommy is sad, but mommy will be okay.
Y'all, this cat. You want to see me eat cheese with my deep set teeth? What's up, baby girl?
All right.
Not you, kid. Bigger kid. She in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off work. So
Mao is being a menace right now.
my boss told me that I can make up my hours that I'm gonna miss tomorrow by working longer on Friday and working Saturday. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to work a couple hours on Friday and then work a few hours on Saturday. Like I could stay on and work tonight, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm over it. Like I don't even have to make up the hours. I just have my check could just be short.
Yeah.
I was gonna just take that, but
Might as well just like take advantage and
right while they offering it, I better take it.
in case it does get slow at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Where are all the providers? One of these days, I would just love if my husband just rolled up in here and just dropped $500 of our own money. Made it rain.
Archer, please.
Transferred the money. That'll be so funny.
I don't care, Leah.
We got a lot of things going on. We still have to finish raising Meaty Boys delivery money.
Man, everything is gonna happen. Everything's gonna work out. I just have to remind myself of that.
Brett needs money still.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I'm standing up. No, I'm not.
Booba, what are you doing? Can you hand me my drink right there?
Yeah, sure.
We gotta start doing some more strange for change.
Man,
I'm told to be trying to be good.
you are good.
Well, you know why I want to be good? Because my mommy told me she'll bring me something from the store.
No, Luke.
Well, not really. She didn't say if I be good.
No, thank you.
But
I'll pass.
To be good.
Aw, thank you, Tiana. Thank you, Tiana, for the 5. Appreciate you. I love and appreciate you too. I don't care to speak to you, Luke.
Thanks so much.
Also, like,
I
you have to be 18. You have to be 18, so. Maybe next time.
What happened?
This Luke person says that they're 16. I don't want to get in
Sorry.
the trap. You're too short to ride this ride.
How do Uncrustables taste?
I don't know. My husband really likes them.
I've heard so many people because sometimes I'll be craving a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but buying a loaf of bread and a whole thing of jelly and a whole thing of peanut butter is not a good idea because I'm not going to eat it all. With Uncrustables, I can just, yeah, so toast them. Strawberry or grape, though?
Gotta go grape. Grape is the OG. Thank you, Joy. Joy sent 25 to Meaty Boy's new home. Let me. I'm keeping track of that separately.
Wait, Sammy, are you kidding? Fry them in what?
$3.75.
Vegetable oil? Like just deep fry it.
Thank you, Joy. This is interesting. I'm
Hey,
going to read
I
this
do.
note. My legal team said I can't talk to you, but I did nothing wrong and you won't take me alive. Translated from cat to English, signed Chairman Mao. $10. You know this is recorded, Mao.
Y'all know what?
This is going to be found in Discovery.
Now see, y'all gonna have me going to the store to get the stuff to make deep fried Uncrustables.
There are very few things that are worth me getting into the business of deep frying. It's
I
just too much work.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't usually deep fry things. Like it's actually not something I do.
Now, if my husband wants to deep fry something, he can do it. Thank you, Teresa, for getting us to a nice little even number. Love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, the way I said that sounded like carbon. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I need someone that's in the Discord to find out where we can stream that Ashley Simpson show from 20 years ago. Because I want to watch that with the goons. The fact that it has 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb, rude.
What? Who gave me YouTube again? No. Get. Disappear it. Like, can someone disappear this idiot thing? Please. Finally, it's gone. I hope Dad don't give me that again.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even make a sandwich. Can't even make a sandwich. What was me? Thank you, Artichoke. Appreciate you. Give you some ham hearts back. Alina has no culture. You're right. No culture at all. You're so right. Is this the part where I'm supposed to get upset? I don't know. Oh shit, it's all on YouTube? That's the Simpson show. Maybe we'll watch that tonight. Hi, Martin. Oh God. Y'all know that you know the sound that I'm thinking oof, that like sound that cats make when they puke. Ew. Cordeline just threw up. And Mao just watched her. Thank you, Tortellini. She just tipped over some litter to cover it. She's smart. I don't have culture, Emperor. Duh. I don't have culture. Thank you, Mim, for subscribing. I told you you were right. I understand you want me to argue with you? Waste my time arguing with a man? No. Ew. And my culture is wow. I have a flash goal right now. If you haven't sent a puffy heart, we need 35 different people to send just one. It's one TikTok coin. And maybe, ooh, you want to see a pickle? Is that what we gotta do? I'm telling you, we can do some strange for change. We can do strange for change, whether it's Albina, Pepina, Pepbina, the biggest pickle you've ever seen, which it's bigger than the last time you saw it. Just two hands to carry it. Oh, thank you, Jess. Jess, we can't just keep sending money back and forth to each other. Put some coconuts in chat for Jess. I think I did the math right on that. Appreciate you. Or maybe that's because she wants to see the biggest pickle. It's also, I've realized that this not only is it the biggest pickle y'all have ever seen, I would say it's probably the spiciest at this point. It's very spicy. That's culture, Emperor. It's very spicy. I have big spicy pickles in my house. How about when we get halfway to the daily goal? So we just need 25 more, and I'll bring out the biggest pickle. My two-handed pickle. Instead of bringing out Albina. Your pickle loves spicy chicken? Well, this pickle is spicy. We get it. You like big pickles. I like this big pickle. I still can't believe my presentation got.
Oh man.
Titi.
I was reading stories about articles on Adriana Smith.
What'd you say?
I was just reading articles on Adriana.
Mm.
Just was in a- We need more goon adoptions.
Why you say that?
I don't know, because I want to be able to keep all these kids in the family. That way I know they're going to good homes. Oh, DG loves pickles. DG said, bring out the gherkin. All right, y'all. Don't say I didn't warn you. I keep putting off her her final drop off, but I gotta do it. We've just been through so much, me and this pickle.
Hey, that's not enough beds.
Little stretch.
Wait, where'd
A
you
little
go?
stretch.
Oh, silly. Yeah,
Trust exercise.
that's... There we go.
Pickle, are you cute?
But I need a bed.
Rex. Do the Keithley dance. She is adorable.
Yes.
Just 50 cents a day.
In the
You can
arms
feed a
of
pickle.
the angel.
You can watch a pickle grow and be the biggest pickle
From here.
you've ever seen. Look at these beans. With these beans, we need you.
Hey, this is my bed.
It's so grumpy.
I thought everyone... Uh... What's going on?
Isn't it grimy? It's all grimy.
You're not done my talking. Hello? Hello? I'm tired of everything. And that was my bed. I thought I wanted my bed.
I don't know if I told y'all, but I was able to cut Mini Boy's nails with my husband. He did really good.
What's going on, Dad? Wait, I thought you didn't have it. What about our friends? Huh?
Mom was too rough with her.
Let's go to sleep.
What are you doing? Hey, Mao.
I'll sleep.
We can do a little.
It's dead in here today, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, I can't remember if summer was like this last year. People are just like on vacation, so
I can believe it.
or outside living life.
I mean, that ain't a bad thing.
What a cutie. Bzz, bzz.
There, this.
Hope you're not allergic.
I can't forget this.
Bzz. I know you're tired of him. Bzz, bzz. He doesn't really snuggle. He kind of tortures her. Like he puts her entire like head in his mouth. Here he comes again. Now, I miss when he played with Falafel and Emilio. I wonder how Falafel's doing. Put the pickle back. He doesn't get so angry. Let me check on.
Tyrese, you got kicked. You can't come back today. You have to come back tomorrow.
Or never. Either one of those are good options. I'm so addicted to those sour Skittles popped things. I need these little kittens to stop looking so dead. Truly.
That's my favorite plushie.
I'm gonna have a long night. Hey,
Wait, what? You got plushies? Wow, I like it.
If you're a young person
Ah!
Ay, creo que es el agua. Friecita. Mi WhatsApp privado. El zorro enseña el outfit. Pues traigo nomás un short. Ay, güey. Miren, es un short chiquito para el calor, porque está haciendo un pinche calor. Que, ay, no manchen. Buenas tardes. Bien caliente. No tienes que decir, ¿a qué me voy a parar? Un traje de baño ahorita no, espera. Estaría bien que me metiera un día en la piscina a tampar. Ay, nomás no me gusta meterme porque ahí todos los días se mete la gente. Ay, no, guácala. Por eso no me gusta la piscina, así luego aquí, no. No me gustan. Ahí la gente se hace del 1, casi hasta se andan haciendo del 2, guácala.